Please excuse my slightly funny sounding voice. I am rather ill right now. Hello there! It's that time of year again where everybody makes back to school videos, and so I thought I would contribute to the plethora of videos of tips and tricks about being at school. I'm nearly 23 and I'm still in education, so I thought, you know, might as well. So this is gonna be a Q&A haul, advice, if you could call it that, type video thing, and I hope you enjoy it. I'm starting uni and I don't know whether to get a job or stretch the money from my loan. It kind of depends on how much you get from your loan. Everyone gets different amounts depending on how much your parents earn or certain circumstances, etc, etc. So if you get quite a lot in your loan, then you may be absolutely fine to not get a job. It may cover your rent, your food, your everything, and that's great, fantastic, good for you. I'd say sit down and do some maths, estimate how much you might spend on food, travel, bills, general expenses each month. If your loan looks like it's going to cover all of that, then you should be fine, but if partway through the year you're running out of money, then you should probably try and get a job. It may not be a very good job, you may not enjoy it, but it's all good experience, it's good to go on the CV, and it gives you money so that you can buy food and not die. Getting a job when you're a student is not that bad. I don't have a normal job, but I also have no money. So I'm doing it completely wrong. How can I make myself feel more prepared for college? One thing that's always helped me, and that I still do, is I like to get all of my stationery and supplies for the school year before it starts, because it makes me feel organised and prepared, and then even though I know that I'm not going to have a clue what the teacher's talking about half the time, I can pretend like I understand everything they're saying and look like a really good student because I have colour coordinated notes. How do I deal with people saying I'm not going to have a job at the end of uni? I study arts. I study performing arts, a subject universally considered by a lot of stupid people to be a DOS subject. It's not. I am sick of people saying that. Lots of people on my course don't want to go on to be actors. They want to be teachers or directors or theorists. There are millions of different jobs and careers that you can pursue after studying the arts. It helps with concentration, confidence, discipline, memory, communication skills. We learn about psychology, history, sociology, and so much more. People underestimate how much goes into what we do. It's so much more than standing on a stage and doing a thing. So you tell them that. What to do if you're doing bad in a subject because you hate the teacher. Unfortunately, bad teachers are a thing in this world because the education system is messed up. I had so many bad teachers when I was going through school. I went to a primary school and then a different secondary school and then a different college, and now I'm at university, and I have had bad teachers at all of them. First of all, you may not be as bad at the subject as you think you are. When I was at school, I often got bad grades on tests and exams, but in the classroom during term, I was actually a lot better. And part of that is because I got horrible anxiety and stress when doing exams and stuff. And I was really bad at revision. So then because I almost had a panic attack every time I had to do an exam, I would forget most of the stuff that I'd managed to learn. And it was really bad. And I did struggle through a lot of academic subjects at school, but what I've learned to tell myself as an adult is that your grades don't necessarily reflect your ability or your skill or your intelligence. I got a D in both my drama and theatre studies and my music A-levels, but am I a bad actress? No. Am I a bad musician? I don't think so. Okay then. Anyway, there's not much you can do about bad teachers or teachers you don't like, I'm afraid. You just have to try your hardest, and I'm sure that your hardest is good enough. Because you are a wonderful human being. How can I not get worn out? I'm already knackered and it's only 2 days in. Everybody gets a bit lazy over the summer, that's what summers are for, so your body's probably just not used to being so active again. Give it a few days and I'm sure you'll feel much better. But at the moment, you're going back to early mornings and long work days, and your body's a bit kind of like, wait, what? I have to be awake again? What? Alternatively, coffee. I've heard that helps. I don't drink it, but apparently it wakes you up. Fun fact. I'm going to move on to the things that I have purchased with my money. Hashtag not sponsored. Everything I'm about to show you is from Paper Chase. First of all, notebooks. I got 2 notebooks, one specifically and only for my dissertation because that's going to be a lot of work and I'm going to have to write a lot of notes. And I have a 4-subject notebook which has dividers for all my different modules. Woo, organisation. I got pastel coloured Sharpies because Sharpies are awesome and pastel colours are also awesome and I can colour coordinate stuff. I got this teeny little pencil case because at uni I always need a pen, a pencil, a highlighter, etc. But it's not that much stuff, so I didn't need a massive one, and it's perfect. Highlighters, fantastic for everyone, but especially as an actor I've got to make sure I always have some because I've got to highlight all my lines when I'm in a show. And they're super cute little kitty cats, oh my goodness. This amazing bag. This is perfect because I needed a big bag that can fit my laptop, and this has a specific laptop slot, and it's amazing and huge, and it's so pretty, and yeah. So there you go, I really hope this was helpful in some way, and I also just was really excited about all the stuff I bought. I like stationery. Bye! And so I thought I would contribute. Contribute? Contribute. I think either works. I say contribute though, I don't know why I said contribute. God, I can't even speak. Contribute to... Contribute. Contribute? I can't say it now. Contribute. Maybe I should just say a different word completely. Add. Add is a much easier word to say. But contribute... Contribute sounds better. Oh no, this is awful. Contribute. Contribute. Ah, I really can't do this. Why is the English language such a difficult thing for me to wrap my head around? Ugh.